So Bank Nifty, I was considering that it's going to test the cloud high, and so today at open, not at open, but slightly after open, I went long here. But price immediately reversed and hit my stop loss. So now I have gone short on Bank Nifty futures, and also have gone short on Nifty futures. So Nifty futures, there's a clear trend, and I've shorted. But Bank Nifty, there is no clear trend, and yet I've taken a short. The reason being that yesterday I was short, and I carried this trade, so that today morning I got you know whipsawed in that. So I was short. It went up. I closed at the day high. Then I went long. Then it got stopped out. So this is more of a revenge trade that I've taken in Bank Nifty, just to make up for some losses. Like it's a stupid trade, but if I now view this independently without a bias, I think that this is a weak trade and a weak chart, and it could come to the day's low. I'm not squaring this off yet, but let's talk about the Nifty trade. So Nifty is looking like a very good trade to me. It's a perfect setup. Um, I'm just zooming out to show you my target. So I'm using this cloud low as a target. Okay, this one. So 17,850 levels is more or less where my target is. Um, here, somewhere here, okay, 860, 850, all the way to 824. But I don't know if it will go or not. And considering that I've been trading emotionally today, it's probably, even if it goes there, I'm going to make a mistake. I need to be cautious. And zooming out to the 15-minute time frame. Okay, uh, just a second. I don't know why this is not zooming. So okay, let's look at Bank Nifty. Something wrong with the browser or my system. I can't figure it out. Okay, here we've reached 15 minutes and the endless zoom has started. I don't know what is the problem with this thing. Let's just open. I don't know what is happening. Okay, anyway, I'll just stop this and we'll reconnect. So as I was saying, if you look at the 15-minute chart of Bank Nifty, right, Kijun is actually moving up, Kijun is remained flat, but price is below VWAP. So it's very essential, if this is to continue downward, that this low be taken out soon. Okay, the more time it takes, the closer it goes to the cloud, okay, horizontally closer to the cloud, and that kind of becomes dangerous for Bank Nifty. And Nifty 15-minute chart is looking like a good shot, so I just load that as well. So Nifty, if you look at 15 minutes, okay, yeah, this is a 15 minute. It's a really strong downtrend, right? It's really strong, and that's giving this target, which is that same 855, 850 levels. So that's sort of where I'm looking to exit. Uh, it, it's pulled back from here, but it's still moving down, so I'm not closing that trade yet. I think 855 on Nifty is definitely going to happen. Just a matter of time. That's it. And Bank Nifty is pretty weak in that sense compared to Nifty. There's no real trend over here. Like I said, this is a revenge trade, and these are the most dangerous kind of trades because you don't even feel like squaring them off. And when you book a loss on this, you just continue to double down and keep going. So if you see my positions, okay, I've lost 6,900 on the carried forward position, and now this one is at break even. Okay, but if I show you my trade log, right, you see my trading records. Here you see. One second. So Bank Nifty, I have booked almost uh, 9,000 loss. So I've kind of erased my entire gains for the month. So that major wins that I got day before, now all of them are gone in yesterday and today. I've just traded very badly over here. uh, and erased all those gains. So right now, since that is this trade is in a profit or reaching a profit, it kind of sets it off to some extent. Okay, so say I exit this now, 38045, right? Uh, it's yeah, it brings me back to 3000, which is roughly 20 points a day average. But shouldn't have ever happened. I shouldn't have this trade. I closed at 251 and my stop loss was 38,100. Okay, this trade I took against my system. I took a long when the system was bearish, and that's kind of it's kind of the whole problem of it, that I've been trading with aim to recover something. I'm not trading calmly. I need to trade calmer and take that. And the problem is I've over leveraged. So if you see, I bought a lot of options just to manage to take this trade in this account. So that's also not a very good idea. To over leverage to such a large extent that these options are probably going to cause me more losses than anything else. So anyway, Nifty is almost at its target, so I'm just waiting for that. I might disclose this Nifty trade soon, sooner at this level. But I think it's going to go to 850, right? Fingers crossed. But the moment that goes, I'm going to close at it and let's see Bank Nifty what happens. Regretting this decision. It's a bad trade. Even if I make a profit, it's a really bad way of trading. Just fortunate that I've read price action correctly and reversed it in time. But yeah, let's hold on to our let's hold on and trade carefully, cautiously. Got an alert, short exit. Okay, this is for Nifty. Nifty short exit is triggered. I actually broke this, right? That's why I set an alert here. But considering the trend, okay, this is 15 minutes. Let's go back to 5 minutes. Yeah, considering the trend, I think I can hold on for a bit longer. Yeah, okay. Let's see. So I've closed my Nifty trade. Prices pulled back, and I don't really want to make more losses for the day. So I've taken my gains where I can. But I'm still holding to the Bank Nifty short that I have. Reason is not really clear even to me. I don't know why I'm holding on to this. I mean, even on 15-minute chart, it's turning bullish. So this is probably going to start moving up very strongly in the next few minutes. Just hoping that that doesn't happen. It goes down. It's like really bad trading for my part. So if I exit this now, it's in a gain rate. 38099 is again 500 bucks, but whatever, again is again. I'm just not able to actually exit. Just being too hopeful and counting on some miracle happening. That's not how I like to trade. That's not how I should trade. I should trade how I traded the day before, where he set targets and reading price action accurately. So let's do that. Let's just calm down, okay, and interpret this price action. So what exactly is happening here? Bank Nifty has consolidated, okay, for a while over here. The trend was downwards. Okay, now it has formed. Let's actually go to a new tab. Let's make a clean view first, just to read price action. What does this tell us? There was a sharp down move. Price went up, came down, okay, formed a double bottom of sorts over here, went up, formed a double top over here. That's an interesting input one. It's actually a triple top. Okay, 1, 2, 3. It has failed to sustain over this level. So this is a major resistance level. That's fact number one. Fact number two is that this is the double bottom, right? So if price moves down, it can the price is probably going to test these levels again. Okay, so that's a good sign that there is weakness. Okay, fact number 3, if I zoom out more, okay, this was a gap that was filled, right? Over here there was a gap, so this was a gap filling move, this double bottom over there, that is probably why it didn't sustain lower. So in that case, is this gap going to be a support or a resistance needs to be tested? Now let's look with the Ichimoku and my normal system. Okay. Okay. First, let's look at RSI. RSI is below 50, weak, straightforward. Okay. No two ways about it. Let's look at OPV. So this is the first candle of the day. This one. So OPV is flat. Okay, there hasn't been real buying or selling. Market is undecided. Fine. Now let's look at VWAP. Okay. VWAP has been flat, but it is trending downwards. But it is predominantly flat. Fine. And now let's finally look at Ichimoku. What is Ichimoku saying? Okay. Prices in the cloud is bearish. Price is below the kitchen and tickle is moving downwards. There could be a bearish cross coming here. Alright. Okay. So I think this is a short, but the short is not yet triggered. Price needs to be below the cloud for the short to be triggered. Chico needs to be in open space. Now Chico is going to get resistance going upwards, downwards it is in open space. Okay. That's really good information for me. It's a good sign that this is short. Fine. Target. Okay. Target first should be the cloud low. This is where I should exit if I see a reversal coming in. But what is my actual target? If a short is triggered below the cloud, let's say, okay, this target has been met, this has been met. So this is my target, 37,700. Interesting. Okay. Now let's look at Fibonacci. Okay, so what has happened here? Right. First things first. Yesterday's move. Okay. So yesterday I was looking at this being a Fibonacci retracement and a down move. In that case, the target was coming to 17,540, right? But that didn't happen. Price broke down. I mean, the trade was triggered, but it didn't go all the way. Second thing is, it didn't yet take out this retracement high that was there. So this high is still intact. That indicates that the short is still in play. After that, another trade was formed, which was triggered. Here there was a 38% pullback. Okay, using this triggered but didn't go, and that even got stopped out. Okay. Same over here, this was a 50% retracement. If I take this, price broke down, a trade was triggered, it reversed, it went back to this point. So usually when Fibonacci levels are violated, it goes back to the base point. Fine. Alright. Now let's just clear this. So these were for the yesterday shorts. Now let's look at the up trades that were triggered. So if this was an A, this was a key point. Here it retraced close to 50%. Trade got triggered, failed, and it came down. So now that that has failed, it has to come back to this level. Most likely come back to at least this level. That's another sign for a short. So I think I can hold on to the short. Independently assessed. Okay, price action tells me that there is a short. There is bearish momentum in buying. As for whether it will go to my targets or not, can't say. Short is not yet triggered. It's just a weak chart. Okay, let's look at Nifty now. So Nifty I closed at 884 and it has gone down. So this would have probably been much better trade, much better trade because it's actually triggered and it is going down, right? But I'm so obsessed with this Bank Nifty trade and recovering that losses that I'm probably missing out on a very good trade. Okay, and you might have noticed I don't have a stop loss in place. So what should be my stop loss is going to be my next challenge. I think this doesn't make sense because I have a huge loss and I should keep it close. I don't want to give this trade too much room to breathe because this trade can go in any direction. So once there's a crossover, I'm going to use the kitchen or this minor swing high as my stop loss. So just let's look at 5 minutes. Right. So yeah, this high, this swing high is going to be my stop loss. I'm going to use 196 as my stop loss. And the trade must have triggered now. Let's see. Yeah, there's a bearish crossover here, but price is still in the cloud and it is flat. This is not really good. I gave up 30 points of Nifty for this. This at least has to give me 60 points to be justified. So yeah, if it goes down to 38,000, that happens. It makes up for the missed opportunity. That's a 900 something, 980 or something. But yeah, my target is a short. What do I use as my target and when do I close this trade? So let's hope it recovers yesterday's all these losses. I'm still down like a huge amount because of my greed of not closing. I mean, really, if I would have just closed this at 38,100, like I decided, okay, this would still be a loss of 3,000, but would be a much bearable loss and would stop me from taking. Like this trade would have not been there then. Okay, it would still been in a very decent position, but since I carried that position and closed it too late, so when I carried this position, it opened at 100. I could have still exited it at that level, but I still didn't. There's something about hoping when you are trading. That's a huge mistake. So never trade on hope, but I keep forgetting that. Still, now that I've analyzed this trade and it looks weak, I'm going to hold it as a short. I'm treating it as an independent trade. I'm not going to be anchored to the previous losses and profits, etc. that I've made. Okay. Just going to trade calmly. That is the whole point of trading, being emotionless, being calm and decisive. So my decision here is that this is a short and I'm going to hold it. It's been triggered, but it's not below the cloud yet, so it's not a perfect setup, but it is a weak chart. And at the very least, it should go to 37,844 levels. So yeah, I'm going to set a price alert over there to exit this trade. That's it. So Bank Nifty went below this cloud and it has sort of pulled back. So I've closed this trade for now. Okay. I have no open positions. I made 100 points on this trade, which is kind of making up for this loss. But yesterday's loss is still, wide open. So, I mean, yeah, Bank Nifty, I've closed the trade for now. Nifty has gone even below my target. So my target was 850, it has gone to 810, right? 807, 810. And it still looks quite weak. So if I look at Nifty on 3-minute charts, okay, here you see there's a lot of weakness in this chart. Whereas Bank Nifty on 15-minute kind of looks like it is at a support level, right? I mean, there hasn't been a crossover here, so I'm planning on putting a stop loss sell below this low. Okay, so if there's a crossover on 15 minutes, it would be when it breaks this low. Thing is that this double bottom which is formed, it's kind of acting like a support level. So it's really important that price move down sharply for that for it to move below this. Second thing is today is Thursday. It's an expiry trade. So expiry day markets tend to be very random, more random than usual. So this trend or this interpretation of price action can just change in a matter of minutes, right? So 5 minutes, this is looking weak right now. Like I probably shouldn't have closed this trade kind of weakness, but it went back to or taken reached the 20 period moving average, which I use as a stop loss, right? It didn't close above it, but it reached it. Okay, so that's why I've closed this trade now. I'm planning on going short again though. So I'm thinking of shorting below this low if it gets triggered. So let's see. But for now, I have no open positions. I've made up a bit for yesterday's loss. Okay, with the Nifty trade and the Bank Nifty trade. I still have this huge loss open, but it's fine. I guess it's not necessarily a loss as yet, because there's still scope for this to move lower. That's it. Time is 1:30 in the afternoon. Bank Nifty is sort of giving me a trigger, so I've just gone short on Bank Nifty at this level, 37,940. Nifty has gone like really low. It went pulled back a little and now it has triggered another short. But I'm still preferring Bank Nifty short, although this looks like a better short, just because I have that loss and I want to make. But also that Nifty is sort of like reaching its target. So I mean, this is going to be its target here, 17,760, and beyond that 17,700. So, but I think Bank Nifty has much better uh, target. Like, so if this momentum continues, Bank Nifty will break the double bottom that it created. Okay, and after it breaks the double bottom, it can go far lower. So once it breaks this double bottom, I think 37,600 would be my target on Bank Nifty. So 800 to 600 is like a really good move for me. So yeah, this is my target, 37,700 initially, and then all the way down to 37,500, 600 levels somewhere here. Right, so it depends, but that's a big if. I mean, if the double bottom is broken, what can happen is before it breaks, Nifty pulls back and Bank Nifty also gets like a pullback. So that would be less than ideal. But anyways, I've gone short now on Bank Nifty and my stop loss is here. The VWAP 38,100 roughly. That's one thing. And second thing is 15-minute time frame. The Bank Nifty on 15-minute time frame still gives this as a target. Okay, 37,700. Whereas Nifty on 15-minute, just a second. Right, on 15-minute is already at its target, so I don't know if it's going to go much lower. Right, so let's see. And just one other thing, like Nifty daily is also worth looking. So Nifty 1-day charts, there have been 3 really bearish candles, but even this pullback, okay, is towards the cloud, so it just might get a support somewhere over here, right, in the cloud. So it's a really weak move, very weak. And Bank Nifty is in the cloud, right? So it can head to the bottom of the cloud. So that's like 37,000 levels. So and Bank Nifty is capable of making such huge moves all of a sudden. So it's tough to say. It's almost at the double bottom, right? It's almost going to break through this double bottom that it had formed here. And so why is this happening? I was just thinking, that I'll probably get some idea from S&P 500 futures. But the thing is that the S&P 500 futures are up, so it's a very weird move on Nifty to go down so much. So it's probably an expiry day, just coming down so sharply. But yeah, I mean, it's hard to say. Whereas Bank Nifty can go down because it's much smaller index and fewer constituents. So I'm still confident on this trade now. This is 15 minutes. So 15 minutes it has made a crossover and triggered a trade. 5 minutes is definitely going down. I'm not expecting a pullback anytime soon. So I'm going to set an alert for 37,700, which is my target. But I'm actually targeting 37,600, 37,500 levels. Yes, so that's it.